It was a toasty day out here in the capital city. Good evening, everyone. I'm student meteorologist Michael Anand.
And I'm student meteorologist Sarah Converse.
Yeah, Sarah, we got up to 88 degrees today.
I know. It was really hot outside. I was sweating by the time I was getting out of my afternoon classes. It was a bit, the sun was blaring down.
Yeah, highest temperatures so far this year here in Tallahassee. We started out in the mid-40s, so a very quick rise in our temperatures today. That's because of those clear skies, light winds, dry air. It is very dry out there still.
Yeah, and the dew point is starting to increase, so it's getting a bit muggy. I don't know, my hair was, it was all over the place. When I got back to my class, I was like, looked in the mirror, I'm like, oh, hello, flyways.
The good thing is the humidity's still low, so it was a dry heat today. It wasn't a miserable heat. But we're going to have some changes as we head into tomorrow. There's going to be a weak cold front moving through our region. Maybe a sprinkle, but it's at least, it'll knock down the temperatures a little bit. But nowhere near what we had on Sunday. We're not expecting any weather at all with this system, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the 70s again. I want to be back in the 70s. I mean, I want the summer to come. I want school to end and get into the summer, but 70s, stick around, please.
Yeah, 70s, 80s, that's what I really like here.
Yeah.
Once it gets into those upper 80s, then it starts to feel a little bit uncomfortable out there. But let's send it out to the wall with our overview with Parker.
Yeah, thanks guys. So we're going to take a look at the almanac. Today we reached a high point of 88 degrees. That is very hot. It's 8 degrees higher than our average, and we actually started off today at 45. That's really low, and that is a 43-degree temperature change. We're going to be talking about that more throughout the show. Currently, there are no clouds in our area. It's very sunny outside, 82 degrees with winds out of the south at 14 miles per hour. Our temperatures around the Big Bend area, Tallahassee 82, Quincy 84, and Bainbridge, our hotspot, up there at 86. Apalachicola over here at 76. They are closer to the coast, getting those winds out of the south, cooling them down just a little bit. If we look at our radar, there's nothing really going on. We do have some clouds in the area that will be moving through throughout the nightly hours. Our weather headlines, it's going to be above average temperatures for the rest of the week, increasing cloud coverage, and our rain chances are going to start to increase later in the week and into next week. But I'm actually going to send things back to the desk right now.
Parker, so I love history, and there's not really much going on right now. Pretty much clear skies, blue skies. So we're going to be talking about some weather history, some interesting facts of what happened today.
Yep, April's always an active weather month. So in 1880, more than 24 tornadoes were reported between Kansas and Arkansas to Wisconsin and Michigan. And more than 100 people were killed, including 65 people in Marshfield, Missouri. So it's that time of the year when you get those severe weather outbreaks, you can get some pretty destructive tornadoes. That's what April is known for.
Yeah, so make sure you have like a NOAA weather radio for those events, as you know, if you're in an area where you're going to be potentially seeing some severe weather. But in 1906, there was a severe earthquake in San Francisco. Unusually easterly winds spread fires, destroying the city.
Yeah, so California is known for their earthquakes, and it can be destructive sometimes. Now, sticking in California, in 1994, they experienced their worst hailstorm on record. And when you get hail, you can get damage, and that costed millions of dollars in the Sacramento Valley, which is wine country. Hail is not really common in California. That's more of a Midwest kind of event. So in California, they're not used to hail.
Yeah, and another interesting cool weather phenomenon is the dust devil was near I think it's Massachusetts, and it lifted a small child 3 feet into the air and rolled 2 other children on the ground. Fortunately, none of the 3 were hurt. But the dust devil was accompanied by some loud whistling sounds as it moved westward.
Yeah, and we also in 1970, Rapid City got 22 inches of snow in 24 hours.
That's a lot.
We did. There was a pretty big snowstorm last week for the north. Some places got at least a foot of snow. So
I know Michigan and Wisconsin up there, they were receiving a lot of snow.
Hint, we still have snow in the country right now. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But for now, let's send it out to the wall with Sydney.
Thanks, y'all. No snow in store for us here in Tallahassee. Just these clear, beautiful skies. So I'm going to play this radar, and we didn't see much in the way of clouds today. We just saw that sunshine. Now, Parker did say that there was a huge temperature change within the day today, and that is due to the sky. No clouds in the sky, allowing it to really cool off last night, and then allowing us to get all that sunshine and heat right back up today. So currently we're seeing 82 degrees. We are getting back into that cool off mode as we go into our night. Still sunny though, with a wind coming out at 14 miles an hour. Earlier today, gusting up to 23 miles an hour. So we were seeing that wind to give us some relief from these really warm temperatures. 84 we're seeing in Thomasville and 86 in Bainbridge. Now a 10-degree difference down in Apalachicola due to that coastal effect, and they're seeing 76 degrees down there. Now into our dew point, the dew point is ramping back up, and we are seeing the moisture in our area, and that is due to a high pressure system off to the east and that counterclockwise motion funneling the winds right into our area, and they're moist. So we're getting that Gulf moisture coming right up into our area. Here is a picture of those winds funneling right up. Now 13-mile-an-hour winds in Tallahassee right now, and that is sustained winds, and 15 there in Thomasville along with Valdosta. Now the radar is beautiful. This is showing the day that we saw all day today. We didn't see a cloud in store throughout the entire day, and things will be changing as we go into tomorrow though, because we do see this line right to our west right now. Now this is a front, I would like to call it a cool front, because we aren't going to see any rain associated with it, but it's going to shift our winds to be coming in from the northwest and cool us down just slightly. So those clouds will be coming into the area tomorrow, and we will have a change in store with that cloud cover. Now tonight's forecast, we are going to be seeing 59 into the 60s for some places such as St. Mark's and Perry down there. So this is going to be nice relief from what we saw the entire day today as it cools off into the night. So I would say that this is awesome conditions for our night tonight, and those clouds will begin to funnel in overnight, causing those highs tomorrow to not quite be able to get up to where we saw today, but into the 80s nonetheless. 80s in St. Mark's and Monticello, and Tallahassee there at 82 degrees. Now going into the 7-day forecast, we are going to put that 10% chance of rain on Thursday, but it really is a small chance with that front coming overhead. I will tell you there's a definite chance for clouds, but rain is really still up in the air with that system. Now Friday and Saturday, those clouds will stick around. The highs will be in the high 70s for those 2 days. And then Sunday, things are going to be changing. We are going to have another rainy Sunday, just like last week, so we can't really get rid of this rain that we've been seeing on our weekend days. High of 76, and into the rest of the week we will have small rain chances, keeping us cool and keeping our lows in the 50s for the later part of the week. Now we are going to zoom out a little bit, and Sarah has a look at the southeast for us.
So all around, as Cindy was saying, pretty much clear skies, and that's showing for most of the southeast. Really warm all around in the 80s, 82 in Tampa near my hometown, 82 in Tallahassee. Miami a little bit cooler at 79, but still pretty warm all around. As we get over to Arkansas, we're going to be seeing a weak cold front, a really weak cold front come through, bringing these temperatures a little bit at bay. And for the temperature change, just not really much. We've been increasing. Temperatures, Jacksonville increasing at 10. They increased 10 degrees up in the 80s. Everywhere else, it's pretty much below 10. There's where that weak cold front is sitting. That's why Shreveport and Jackson is they've dropped a little bit in their temperatures. But really, it's not going to bring much rain to the southeast. It's just going to bring that cloud cover and those cool temperatures. Now, for the dew point, we're pretty much all building up in the dew point, 65 in Tallahassee, 49 in Tampa. But as we get over to Arkansas, there's where you can really finally see that weak cold front over by Little Rock. They're getting that drier air, 37 in Little Rock. And this will soon move into our area, bringing our dew points down. So we'll get more drier air as these winds start to shift. There's those winds coming out from the north behind that front. And the winds are picking up from the south. But as we get into Thursday, that's when those winds are going to shift to the north. It's going to be a bit breezy out, so ladies probably should put your hair up for tomorrow. 12 miles per hour in Tallahassee, but these winds will bring in drier air, so it won't be as muggy out. So you won't really need to wear your hairspray like I was when I was walking my classes. My hair was all over the place. Radar not showing a cloud in the sky with that high pressure system really dominating the area, and pretty much it's going to be all around for the southeast. Not a cloud in the sky. There's where you can see that weak cold front really is just the clouds. It's really going to be seeing those clouds, and we might see a few sprinkles out into Mississippi and Alabama, but really not really going to bring much into Tallahassee by Thursday evening into the morning time. So pretty much cloud cover, and we're going to get those drier temps, which will be really nice. But for tonight, it's going to be all in nice temperatures in the 59 in Tallahassee, 60 in Orlando. So pretty nice all around. There you can see in Little Rock, they're starting to get some more cooler evening night temps at 44 in Little Rock. But overall, pretty nice all around, not too shabby. And for tomorrow, it's not going to be a surprise. It's still going to be warm as we're waiting for that cold front, that cool front to come through. 82 in Tallahassee, getting warmer down in Miami, and there's where you can see that cold front starting to make its way through, getting the 60s behind it into tomorrow. So we'll be seeing that cold front come through, mostly just going to bring the cloud cover and some of those cooler temps. But for now, I'm going to send it over to Cindy, who's going to talk about, she's on campus, she's going to talk about more about how it really was really nice today.
I thought we were sending it back to Sydney for a second, but I'll take you through the national right now. You can see that we have this front currently situated across the middle of the country. It's a very weak cold front, as we've been saying the entire show. So 80s ahead of the front with 81 in Atlanta, 82 in Tallahassee. But once you're north of that cold front, you're in the 30s and 40s, so it's really chilly behind it and north of it. Now, the west is actually cooler with 57 out towards Salt Lake City and 54 in Denver. Now, again, when you're behind the cool front, it's going to be much colder than yesterday. So a 22-degree drop in Kansas City, but ahead of it, you're much warmer. Washington, D.C., up 15 degrees compared to this time yesterday. Relative humidities are low for the most part. The exception is in the upper Midwest. That's because they're getting some snow and rain right now. And you see that this is the center of the low pressure system right near the Missouri-Illinois border. North of that, you're getting some snow. They had some winter storm watches and warnings posted earlier for Iowa and southern Minnesota. Those have now been canceled. But we are still getting some snow up there. So winter's still holding its grip up in the Midwest for now. We'll see if it finally, but this is going to actually move east and will give us some clouds again as we head into tomorrow. Now out towards the west, this is our next weather system. This is going to affect us as we head into Sunday. Right now it's just giving some showers, but it is just making its way into the northwest of the United States. You can see that cold front right off the coast of San Francisco. Now, watches and warnings here in, there are a lot of watches and warnings across the country. We still have some fire danger here, but as we head into Friday, there's going to be a severe weather threat down towards the Big Bend region of Texas. That's a slight threat down in yellow and a marginal threat in green. So there could be some small hail and some damaging winds, but it is going to be pretty nice as we head across the southern tier of the country for tonight. And look at Atlanta. It is going to be 55 tonight. That was actually their high on Monday, so that's their low for tonight. But watch as we head into tomorrow. With that cold front moving through, they will only go up to 62 degrees. Here in Tallahassee, we will still be ahead of that weak cold front, so we'll be warm tomorrow, but not as warm as today because of all the cloud cover. But again, the northern part of the region, it's still chilly. 49 in Minneapolis, 51 in Chicago, 59 in Washington, D.C. still. And then as we head off towards the west, you can see that it is still warm, but not as warm as it has been these last few days. The fire threat will be a little bit lower down towards the southwest. But now, let's send it off to the desk with Sydney.
And I am here with Parker as well. So, hello, Parker. So, I was on campus a little bit earlier today, and I know that this isn't something you have to worry about, but for women, skirt alert, it was breezy out there.
Yeah, the winds were picking up throughout the day.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
And I know that you like to keep your hair perfect, so I'm sure that that is where it comes into play with you guys. And into tomorrow, that cool front that we've been talking about that's going to be bringing our temps down isn't going to cause any rain for us, right?
Yeah, not much. A 10% chance of rain as for tomorrow. Not looking like anything.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not looking like much rain for Tallahassee, but I was looking at an outlook earlier, and the models are placing the rain in Central Florida and the big rainmaker in the Midwest due to another system.
Yeah, that system will be coming in throughout the weekend for us in Tallahassee.
Yeah, it seems like systems like to pick Sunday as the day.
Yeah, that seems to be the trend the last few weeks.
Yeah, so I don't mind the Sunday rain. Sundays are my lazy days anyways, homework, and I don't mind laying in bed all day sometimes.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that. Sunday is the day for recovery or rest, as they say.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. There you have it about the outlook. Now we are going to go into the severity of this incoming front that is right now going to be making its way over Midwest. Sorry, tomorrow it's going to be making its way over the Midwest. So severe thunderstorms are possible in those areas tomorrow. So they're going to be seeing that threat for their area.
So those threats will continue into the southern plains Friday and on into the weekend where they will move into the Tallahassee area. But that low pressure front will be bringing snow to the Rockies, as you said before.
Yeah, so snow, folks. It is April. It's nearing the end of April.
That's absolutely crazy.
And they're still seeing threats of snow. And also, I know that the Northeast is going to see some rain and some potential for snow as well. So, it's the middle of April. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's very unheard of for this time of year, and winter seems to be extending. Yeah,
winter is extending. It's going to be winter and then summer. It's just going to skip right over spring for those folks in the Midwest.
For sure. So what do we got? We got Friday, looking at severe thunderstorms firing up across the high plains from the southeastern of New Mexico to parts of West Texas. So these threats will include damaging winds, large hail, and a few tornadoes possible.
So they're going to have to definitely keep an eye on what's going on. And this, by the time that the front gets to us, we will by then have a more our forecast pinpointed. As for right now, we're tracking that front and we're testing the severity of it in our location. So it's just that % chance of rain right now. We're not going to claim anything severe quite yet, but as it comes closer, we'll be able to detect exactly what's going to be happening.
So yeah, Sunday that front will definitely be here. It's going to be moving into the northern Gulf Coast, but the exact placement, as you said before, is unknown at this time until we get further information.
So we do want to cross our fingers that front is going to come overhead in the nighttime into the morning, because that would cause the least likely chance of severe weather, because if it comes over in the afternoon, daytime heating happens and it causes an unstable atmosphere, which can cause things like severe weather to occur.
That's definitely something that we don't want. We're going to send things to Sarah with a look around Florida.
So as you're saying, the north is still seeing snow and winter is still making itself known up there, but for the south in Florida, winter has gone. It has said its goodbyes, and we're pretty much in the summer temps. 80s all around in the Florida area. 82 in Tallahassee, 82 as well in Tampa. 79 a little bit cooler at 79, but still pretty warm. I'm sure the heat index makes it feel a lot warmer out there with that sun beating down on us. pretty much with all clear skies around Florida. Here's that temperature change pretty much all around, except for Fort Myers. Really had a big jump in temperature change. Tallahassee at 4, Jacksonville over there increased at 10 degrees. So it's pretty hot around here. Summer starting to make itself known, creeping into Florida. As we all know, Florida is always usually hot, so it shouldn't be too much of a surprise, but as you're walking to your classes or going to work, you may be a bit sweaty. For relative humidity, it's all pretty much in the comfortable area, 31% in Tampa, 54 in Fort Myers, Tallahassee at 56. So all around, we're pretty much in more comfortable, starting to get up closer to those muggier conditions. So these dew points will continue to rise, but then as that weak cool front comes through, we'll get those drier dew points, and these dew points and relative humidity will decrease. As for the silent radar, there is no cloud in the skies, so that's why it's really hot all around and doesn't really help for this drought monitor. Pretty much all of South Florida to Central Florida, around Orlando and South, still seeing a drought. Up in Georgia, really seeing a drought as well. This may change as tomorrow we'll get an updated drought monitor. But for tonight, it's pretty much not too shabby, all around in the 60s and 50s. 59 in Tallahassee, 64 in Tampa, and a little bit warmer down in Miami at 69. So not too shabby. You won't really need a jacket as you go out, but pretty cool temps for tonight. And for tomorrow, not a surprise, it's gonna be warm again, folks. So 82 in Tallahassee, 82 in Tampa, and Fort Myers hitting the hot spot at 87. So it's gonna be hot, so make sure you stay hydrated, drink water, get lotion on, and get some sunscreen, because it's gonna be a hot one. But for now, I'm gonna send it over the desk with Michael.
Thanks, Sarah. Now let's talk about some sports. So our FSU baseball team, they actually went back on the winning trail yesterday against Stetson, and so they're actually playing right now as we speak. The game started at 4 o'clock, so our baseball team is right now in the thick of their season right now. Now, we did have the spring game on Saturday, and some takeaways from that spring game. The quarterback composition for the fall is looking pretty interesting because Bailey Hawkman had a really good game on Saturday. Yes, it was against walk-on corners, but still, he had an injured foot and threw for 200 yards. So that's really good, and we'll see. He could have the competition against Blackman. We still have Blackman there. He has the more experience. And then we have Francois. He's been having some legal issues outside of the field, but he's on the uptrend, recovering from that ACL tear from September. Now, as we head into the offense, we have Willie Taggart's offense is one of those Gulf Coast style offense, very fast, no huddle offense. And so it's going to take a while for the Knowles team to actually get used to the style of play. You actually saw that the band, they couldn't even play the song, it was that fast. So it's going to make the offense more explosive, but again, you're going to have some growing pains, but it's looking like the Knowles can actually rebound from the struggles of last year and have a winning season and get into a bowl game at least. That's the minimum expectation for our Seminole team this year in the fall. But for now, let's send it out to the wall again with Parker for a final look at our local forecast.
Thank you, Michael. So we're going to take a look at our FSU weather stem, taking a look at Doak Campbell right now. The sun is shining nice and bright, not a cloud in the sky whatsoever. We saw these trends throughout the day, and they're going to persist through tomorrow. We look at our current temperatures, 82 in Tallahassee, 76 over there in Apalachicola, as I said at the beginning of the show. They are closer to the coast, getting those southerly winds from the Gulf and cooling down their temperatures. Bainbridge is our hotspot up here at 86, and for much of the Big Bend region, our temperatures are in the lower 80s to mid-70s. Our dew points across the Big Bend region, 65 over here in Tallahassee, fairly nice, really comfortable. Quincy at 52, and Apalachicola is matching us at 65. Like I said, they're closer to the coast, so their dew points are going to be a little bit higher than everyone else. Valdosta is actually our driest spot on the map at 41. And I want to remind people that these dew points are the amount of humidity that is in the air. So it's not too dry, it's not too moist. We're not swimming through the air. So 65 in Tallahassee is very comfortable. If we look at our radar, nothing in the area, a few clouds coming through tonight, maybe around 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. So nothing to worry about, clear skies for the rest of your evening. Our drought monitor, we do have a new one that's going to be coming out tomorrow, so this will be updated. We did have those rains coming over through the weekend, and we do have a cold front moving through later on this week that will sort of wetten up these dry areas. So Tallahassee right now, not really in the dry area, but our neighbors in Georgia up here in Valdosta, they are in a severe drought right now. They really need these rains, and hopefully they will be getting some this weekend. Our futurecast winds, look at that, out of the south right here, and they're going to be shifting towards me over here at the east. Tallahassee around 10 miles per hour. They're going to be picking up when that small cold front moves through tomorrow into Friday. Not too much, bringing in a little bit of wind, and you know, it's going to be fairly nice. It's going to be really nice the next couple of days. But for tonight, Tallahassee at 59. Quincy and Monticello are matching us too. They want to be just like Tallahassee, I guess. So much of the Big Bend region is going to be in those upper 50s to lower 60s for tonight. Tomorrow's forecast, 82 in Tallahassee and 80 basically everywhere else. So we're going to be seeing hot temperatures throughout tomorrow, much like we did today, but not as hot. They're going to be cooling down a little bit. Our three-part tonight, starting off 79 at 7 p.m., but as we move through 12 a.m., you see those clouds coming through at 63 degrees. Our 7-day forecast, looking at this, we're going to get our cold front moving through this weekend at 50%, 60%, and 40% chance of rain. All rain throughout the weekend, but for right now, I'm going to send things over to Sydney at the desk to close out.
Thanks, Parker. Now, that 10% chance of rain tomorrow, we don't know how much that is really going to come through, so we're putting the 10% chance in case we get a flicker of rain, but if anything, it'll just be a quick flicker and things will move on. It'll mostly be bringing clouds into the area, so take a look at that. 10%, mostly cloudy. Friday, we see the clouds moving back, or the clouds sticking around, 75 on Friday, and Saturday 78 degrees, and then 50% chance of rain on Sunday. So Sunday is the big weather maker, Sunday into Monday, and then we have a washout all day on Monday, so 60% chance of rain on Monday. I would get all your outdoor activities done before Sunday rolls around, so Saturday would be a good day to go to the res, but we will be tracking that weather for you guys, and we will be doing it on Twitter, Facebook, and then we also go live on YouTube. So our handle for all of the above is FSU Weather if you do want to watch us live. And also, we will be trying to keep up with the timing of that front because we are trying to pinpoint exactly when that front and those rain chances will be overhead to know if we have a beautiful day Sunday to enjoy activities or not. So for now, I'm student meteorologist Sydney Welch, and from all of us here at FSU Weather, have a great night.